Well, the Snoopgate probe panel appointment row has turned into a major controversy in the political circles. While the Congress's move was opposed widely by the opposition, trouble now seems to be looming within the incumbent alliance. Take a look.
2 days after Congress playing its trump card, hurdles emerge in Snoopgate probe. In what looks like a major embarrassment to Congress's hopes of setting up a commission to investigate Snoopgate, differences seem to be evident within the UPA. Two key allies of the Congress have opposed the age-old party's move. NCP doesn't want a probe. Yes, the Sharad Pawar-led Nationalist Congress Party has come to the fore, opposing a probe at this juncture. It is reported that NCP chief Sharad Pawar has called the Prime Minister to express his dissent. Meanwhile, Union Minister and senior NCP leader Praful Patel also questioned the need of an inquiry just ahead of Lok Sabha poll results. When the results of the Lok Sabha elections are due in 2 weeks' time, where is the need for such an inquiry? NC joins the rebellion. NCP is not the only party opposing the Snoopgate probe. The National Conference, led by former Jammu Kashmir CM Farooq Abdullah, has expressed his disagreement over the timing of the probe. Abdullah Sain and Jammu Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah today tweeted about their party's views. Was talking to my dad last night and he felt the same. Setting up a commission of inquiry in the dying hours of UPA2 is just wrong. If the decision to appoint a commission was taken in December, it should have been implemented. To appoint a judge 5 months later is wrong. These remarks have come days after Congress leader Kapil Sibal said a judge for the probe panel would be appointed before May 16th. Despite the probe panel question turning into a major row, undeterred Congress seems bent upon setting up a probe. Congress leader Rashid Alvi today said that the party will go ahead and appoint a judge since the decision was taken way back in time.
देखिए एनसीपी की अपनी राय हो सकती है, प्रफुल्ल जी की अपनी राय हो सकती है। ये फैसला सरकार ने आज नहीं लिया है, बहुत पहले का फैसला है। होम मिनिस्टर बहुत पहले बयान दे चुके कि हम कमीशन कॉन्स्टिट्यूट कर रहे हैं। इस वक्त कमीशन अपॉइंट करने का फैसला नहीं हुआ है, चूंकि जज अभी तक अपॉइंट नहीं हुआ था। जज अपॉइंट करने का फैसला है। दोनों चीजों में बहुत फर्क है, इसको समझने की जरूरत है।
NCP is the second largest constituent of the Congress-led UPA, while NC's Congress is only strong and loyal ally from the hilly state of Jammu Kashmir. Now, with the disagreement of both the key allies, Congress's plans to set up a probe seem to be in troubled water. Will the Congress choose to look over the cry of the two allies and go ahead with its last resort attack on Modi? Only time will tell. A News9 report.
After 10 long months, Kedarnath temple was thrown open to the public. Now, though the temple has not been restored completely, the enthusiasm of the devotees who thronged the temple showed that good days in Kedarnath are back again.
Kedarnath Temple welcomes pilgrims. The temple that was the epitome of destruction for so long finally wore a festive look today. All decked up, today the Vedic hymns took over the stoic silence in the region. The famous abode of Lord Shiva, which was submerged in mud and slush during the flash floods, wore a decorated look today. As the doors were thrown open, thousands of devotees braved the cold and the torrid journey for the visit to the Kedarnath temple after 10 long months. About 1,252 devotees, including 8 foreign nationals, visited the shrine on the opening day. Though it is a small number as compared to the previous years, it is still a big turnout for the officials. Expressing happiness over the first day turnout, temple authorities said the number was more than their expectations.
The crowd was bigger than expected and there was much enthusiasm among the devotees. It is an indication that the fierce psychosis gripping people outside the state in the wake of last year's tragedy is subsiding gradually. The crowd of visitors is likely to swell as the snow begins to melt.
Makeshift tents have been pitched at several places en route to the temple to accommodate more than 1,000 people. Other arrangements have also been made for devotees. Though it is renewed, the temple is still a far cry from its previous avatar. The weather is still a major constraint. Going back in time, the country will never forget the nature's fury that was unleashed in Uttarakhand. Despite all the fears, looks like nothing seems to deter the devotees who have visited the temple. They are ready to overlook all the hardships and walk the extra mile just to visit the holy shrine and offer prayers to Bholenath like they did in the past. A News9 report.
Well, in yet another train tragedy, a passenger train carrying over 700 people derailed in Maharashtra early this morning. Over 10 persons have lost their lives and over 100 injured in the accident.
Major train mishap in Maharashtra. Passenger train derails in Raigad. In a major rail tragedy, 4 bogies of the Diva Samantwadi Express derailed this morning. The incident took place at around 9:30 in the morning. At least 15 persons feared dead. More than 700 people were on board the train. More than 100 passengers have suffered minor injuries. Rescue operation teams rushed to the spot immediately and the trapped passengers were evacuated. However, the identities of the dead are yet to be ascertained. All the injured passengers were immediately shifted to the hospital. The mangled remains of the derailed train give the rescue operation teams a tough time. Even as rescue operations were on, the passengers who were evacuated waited for their dear ones to be evacuated from the train. Following the mishap, services on Konkan railway route were suspended. Reportedly, rescue operations are still on as more people are feared to be trapped. Efforts are on to bring out the passengers safe from the derailed train. Ex gratia announced for those killed. Soon after the tragic incident, Union Railways Minister Mallikarjun Kharge expressed grief over the incident and announced ex gratia not just for those who lost their lives, but also for those who suffered severe and minor injuries as well.
We have appointed an inquiry committee under the chairmanship of Central Railway Rail Safety Commissioner, who is expert in this, and his team will work under what circumstances this has happened and what is to be done and who is at fault.
Though the exact reason for the derailment is not known yet, initial reports suggest that a part of the train was stuck inside a tunnel, which could also be a reason for the derailment. But Central Railway Public Relations Officer A.K. Sinha denied the reports. This is not true. The train had crossed the tunnel before it got derailed. Several people have been injured and we are trying to get more details about the passengers. This is not the first time that a train accident has taken place either in Maharashtra or in the country. Just last month, the Dimapur-Kamakya BG Express toppled from the tracks in Assam, injuring over 50 people. Even after such repeated incidents, precious little has been done by the railways to avert such incidents. But what leads to such accidents? Is it the lack of precautionary measures by the concerned department or the carelessness of the drivers? A News9 report.
Well, it was a fight between 2 men relating to their profession, but the ultimate scapegoat was a daughter who was allegedly assaulted sexually by a man. Here's a report.
2 years ago, Ali Muhammad and his family came to Bengaluru from the far off Myanmar. They got a very small house constructed at Rachenahalli in Sampigehalli. Muhammad ran errands to sustain himself and his family. It is at this juncture that he met a person by name Mehboob Jabul, a contractor by profession. For some reason, Ali had a fight with Mehboob. The fight grew so intense that the contractor Mehboob Ali kidnapped Muhammad's daughter and allegedly sexually abused her for 2 months.
के ज़बरदस्ती ले गया सुलेमान का जी सोहेल बाबुल रहीम उरा गुड़ान पे आया ज़बरदस्ती के ले गया मेरा को मम्मी पेट में बच्चा है चाकू निकल गया सुलेमान का जी मैं के ले गया.
This 18-year-old woman was allegedly kept in a friend's house at K. Narayanpura. Later, he got her shifted to a hut near Vartur and assaulted her sexually. Fortunately, 3 days ago, this woman escaped from his clutches when Jabul had gone out. She finally united with her parents and lodged a complaint with the Sampigehalli police.
ಹುಡುಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬಳು ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಫಿರ್ಯಾದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ತನಗೆ ತನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಅವರೇನೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಕಿಡ್ನಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ವರ್ತೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ತೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದೊಂದು 2-2.5 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಅವಳ ಮೇಲೆ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಫಿರ್ಯಾದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಳೆ.
What's suspicious in this case is how the girl's father did not lodge a missing complaint with the police even after she went missing. And now the girl is 2 months pregnant. Vishnu Prasad, News9, Bengaluru.
Now, the war within Sandalwood over a parallel association has existed for long. Today, however, trouble rushed in thick and fast after Dunya Vijay's remark. Here's more.
The unrest sparked off by the creation of an alternative artists and workers union in Sandalwood seems to show no signs of settling down, with the ugly war of words between KFWATF President Ashok and Rebel Dance Director Rajesh Brahmavar still a fading memory. Another celebrity has now hit headlines over the same dispute.
ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಹೇಳುವ ಆಸೆ ಆದರೆ ನಾಲಿಗೆಗೆ 108 ತೊಂದರೆ. ಅವಳು ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತರೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಚಂದ್ರ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುವೆ ಆದರೆ.
Doling out incendiary comments on the inflammable subject, Dunya Vijay probably should have rethought his words when he said this.
ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡುವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವರ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ನೋವು ಮಾಡುವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವರ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಸಿನಿಮಾನೇ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಜೀವನ, ಸಿನಿಮಾನೇ ದೇವರು, ಸಿನಿಮಾದವ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಇದು. ಅವರಿದ್ದಾಗ 2 ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ 108 ದಿವಸ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ದಿರ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಏನ್ ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ ಪಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ರಾಗಿ ಅದು ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಅವತ್ತು. ಇವತ್ತು ಅಣ್ಣವ್ರು ಹೋದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ಬದಲಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. ಯಾರೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಯಾರೋ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲೋಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅವ್ರು ನಾನು ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಡ. ಇದು ಅವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಇದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾವು ಹೊಡೆದಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಜೀವನ ಹೋಗಿ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಸರಿನೇ. ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸನ.
And that was it. It was almost as if the Producers Association was waiting with a handful of tinder, which instantly was set ablaze by Dunya Vijay's comments. Producers huddled together at their office near Malleshwaram to discuss their plan of action. Hours later, when the meet ended, this was the outcome.
ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದುನಿಯಾ ವಿಜಯ್ ಪದೇ ಕೆಲವು ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂತ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ಪತ್ರನ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರ ಸಂಘ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕ ಅನ್ನೋನೇ ಅನ್ನದಾತ. ಆ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕನಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ನೋಯಿಸುವಂತ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದುನಿಯಾ ವಿಜಯ್ ಅವರು ನಡ್ಕೋಬಾರದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ರಂಗ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿತಾ ಇರೋ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಣು ರಕ್ತಾನು ಸಹ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಜನ್ಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅವ್ರ ರಕ್ತದ ಕಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕನ ಅನ್ನೊಂದು ಋಣ.
But Vijay was not the one to face the retaliatory fire lying down.
ಆ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರಿಗೆ ಸೀಮಣ್ಣೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಸುಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲೇ ನಡಿಬೇಕಿದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಪತ್ರ ಬರೆದು ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಬರೆದು ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತದು. ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ವಿಷಯ. ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದು ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ನನ್ನ ಕೈಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಸುಟ್ಟಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾರ್ದು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರೋ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ರೌಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರಂತೆ, ಅದು ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ TV9ಗೆ ಬಂದು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಯಾನಲಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತು ಆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾಕೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ರೌಡಿ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರೌಡಿನ, ರೌಡಿಗೂ ಅನ್ಯಾಯದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮಾತಾಡೋರ್ಗೂ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಜನತೆ, ಯಾವ ಸಂಘದವರು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
While the producers and the actor did have a face-off a while later, the warring parties refused to settle on the common grounds. The difference in ideology has for sure left a bitter aftertaste for the members of the film fraternity. The worst part being the fact that the episode still is far from over. Akasmita for News9, Bengaluru.